What is going on to you, Taurus? So you have the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands, Three of Swords. You have the Devil, the Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Lovers, the Star, and the Eight of Swords. So for you, Taurus, this reading is more so about self-love, right? Pretty much. The theme for a lot of these videos, this batch of videos, really what I'm starting to realize is more so about, because we just got out of a Mercury retrograde ourselves. So the theme for a lot of this batch of these readings is about love and how it is that we attract other people and we teach other people how to treat us, okay, through having self-respect. But the Ace of Pentacles it's the epitome of self-respect, because it's about how a lot of you Taurus are moving with self-respect from now on. You're not just going to allow people to say and do whatever they want to you. You have your own internal value. And if a person doesn't align with that, that's okay. They don't have to, but you're not going to be with them if they don't align with you on that internal value. The King of Wands, because the King of Wands is because there's so many people out here that potentially could align with your value system. So as a result of this, a lot of you Taurus understand that it's not just a few fishes in the sea. It's not just one person. It's not just a small group of people. It really is potentially the whole world that you could be getting to know, right? And that there's so much potential around each and every single corner. So it's very much so about how a lot of you are a kind of royalty around this time, where it's like you just kind of see the bigger picture that, there's no use in really being so caught up with the past, as far as like getting upset at the past, getting mad about the past. It's more so about how a lot of you Taurus understand that there's so much more potential. There's so much life to live, and that there's no point in being upset or disappointed about what happened in the past, right? So the Three of Swords now represents, so a lot of you Taurus are learning to forgive the other person. You're learning to go through that heartbreak and understand that these people are ultimately not the people that have hurt you in the past, that broke your heart. There's not a lot of value. You Taurus are realizing that there's not a lot of value in keeping those people around, keeping those people in your memory. A lot of you Taurus are learning to finally move on, because the way that the internal system works, the way that your mind works, is that at first when things happen to you, of course, you're gonna think about it a lot, because your mind is fresh and you're thinking about so much about it. But at the same time, you're really going to be, the more time you spend is the less time you actually care about it, because time heals all wounds, right? You learn to heal from a lot of things in time. So the Devil now represents, but at first it's very difficult, because the entrapment, you can only think about the events that happened from the past, right? How people didn't appreciate you Taurus at all, and how they disrespected you. But then you have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is about how, well, since this is the case, a lot of you Taurus understand that you Taurus happen to be in a situation where, what it's about is about you having fun and learning to enjoy your life, with your friends and your family, and maybe even the people that you get to know in the future. The Nine of Cups, if a person is not accepting of you Taurus, where the way that a lot of you Taurus may look, or certain traits about you that you can't change, or I ain't gonna say can't change, because nowadays with this plastic surgery stuff, look, things about you that you Taurus have accepted about yourselves. If a person does not see the value in the fact that a lot of you Taurus are valuable people, and that there is value in being a lover, and that you want to get to know them. If they don't find value in them, then you should not be hanging around these people at all. The Ten of Cups and the Lovers now represent, so as a result, this is more so about how a lot of you Taurus as well need to realize that the Ten of Cups the relationship is over, right? If they cannot accept you for who and what you are, you need to understand that the relationship is over and to leave those people alone if they don't see value in you. The Lovers is about how a lot of you Taurus also need to learn self-love as well, right? Because I ain't gonna say learn self-love. I say exhibit that form of self-love. That needs to be a milestone for you, Taurus, where that's actually it's kind of like a milestone. Like it's one of the ways that you do show your own self-love, not allowing people to not accept you, not see eye to eye with you, not have a lot of similar internal values, right? If a person doesn't have similar internal values, a lot of you Taurus shouldn't be hanging out with these people because your path and their path are two different paths. So then you have the Star card, which represents how a lot of you Taurus happen to be in a situation where once this becomes a milestone to you, a lot of other things will end up being easier for you, because you know that you want this type of very good relationship. But the Eight of Swords represent how a lot of you Taurus happen to be in a situation where you may want a person that is excellent, is chasing excellence, that stand up, but you haven't necessarily found this person, and you don't necessarily know where to look. Well, look for the people that can maintain long-term relationships. Look for the people that can be in monogamous relationships. Whenever it is that whenever you talk to a person and a person tries to tell you that, this trendy stuff about how it is that they say that, they got to have 2 and 3 people, and you know that that's not something that you want. If you're not okay with it, meaning that you don't necessarily have to like it, but if it's something that you really can't even put up with, and it's really going against your own personal issues, then don't be with that person. Listen to what that person has to say. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the 10 of Cups. We have the 2 of Swords, 8 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? This represents because when a person is showing you how disrespectful they can be to you, when they're not really on the same page with you, those types of situations where they're either being disrespectful or you know that them and you are too much, there's too much differences. The two of you don't really have too many things in common the way you should. The internal values are not similar, then you know that you should be leaving this person alone. The 2 of Cups, they're guarded when it comes to you. They don't really want to let you in. 8 of Cups, you need to leave them alone. And the thing about it is that the 9 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, because you are going to be standoffish with these people. Excuse me, the other way around. They're going to be standoffish with you. Sorry about that. And this is what it is that you're going to have. You don't want to have that type of interactions with those types of people where all it is that they can do is just be standoffish. So let's clarify the 8 of Swords. So to clarify the 8 of Swords, we have the Empress, we have the Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and then we have the Lovers. This represents how, since this is the case, a lot of you Taurus also have to learn that no matter what it is that people show you, it's all a trick. If they try to play games, it's not real. Understand that you need to remember that you do have some form of internal value. And the King of Swords and the Lovers represents and you already have the Lovers, by the way, but the King of Swords and the Lovers represents no matter what it is that people show you, just remember your own internal value, and also to remain true to yourself.